As abortion access around the country will soon change, many women will be headed to the land of enchantment for access. For investigator Brittany Costello explains.
I'm personally opposed to abortion. I think it's evil.
That's been the goal, is to create so much shame and stigma that people don't even consider abortion as an option.
In the state of New Mexico, abortion is an option, a choice that will not go away with the fall of Roe v. Wade.
I just want people to think twice about what this is and what it means and what they're doing, and hopefully change some hearts and minds.
They have already deeply considered this decision. It's a decision between them and God.
Though the debate on right or wrong,
what goes on with my body,
is far from over. The life-changing decision to end a pregnancy is a choice Joan Lemunyan Sanford understands.
I wasn't prepared to be the best parent that I could be.
She had an abortion in her early 20s in college, unmarried.
It was a decision that I prayed on and that I knew was right for me.
Now she's an advocate with the New Mexico Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice to make sure every woman has the option to make the choice she did. Without Roe v. Wade, many women will turn to New Mexico for that choice. Dr. Lisa Hoffler is with the UNM Center for Reproductive Health.
We've seen what happens when a neighbor prohibits this care. And we have folks calling us from Texas who are high-risk doctors who say this patient, their pregnancy complications are stuff that it's not safe for them to continue the pregnancy.
They've seen a 50% spike in patients since Texas banned abortion after 6 weeks. Adrienne Manzanares is president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains, where there's a 2-week wait for abortion services.
Those states who have said they're going to do go dark. That's where the protection of about 7,000 patients a year coming from Texas and from surrounding states come from.
7,000 women. Compare that to the 2,700 abortions performed at clinics in New Mexico in 2020. That does not include medicine used to induce abortion.
We're seeing almost 4 times as many people as we saw a year ago.
Lemunyan Sanford's organization sets aside money to help people make the trip to New Mexico.
A place to sleep, a meal to eat, spiritual support, companionship. Our volunteers pick people up at the airport at all hours, take them to their appointments.
Funding, she says, they will need more of. Albuquerque City Councilor Tammy Feeblecorn has earmarked $250,000 in the 2022 city budget for Planned Parenthood operations, services she calls essential.
I do think of it as something that's at risk in this country right now, and anything we can do to, number one, make sure that Planned Parenthood has the funds they need to provide those services, but also equally important to send the message that Albuquerque is a safe haven.
When a person doesn't want to be pregnant for whatever reason, they will go through whatever effort whatever it takes not to be pregnant.
We saw folks driving 13 and 14 hours, to take a pill and drive back.
New Mexico State Senator Linda Lopez worries about inequitable access.
Abortions always have been and will continue. Those women and persons who have more money can access the services.
Most of the women seeking abortion already have children. Many live below the poverty line. For a single person, that's around $13,000 a year, roughly the same amount the USDA estimates is the cost of raising a child per year. According to the CDC, 93% of abortions are in the first trimester. 58% are ending pregnancy for the first time. New Mexico decriminalized abortion last year, but Senator Lopez says some lawmakers are looking to do even more.
I think that we need to step back and look and see what we can do to help our women, especially in places where they traditionally don't have access to a clinic.
For now, she says, New Mexico is a safe haven for a safe option. She says the state will stand behind.
If I could go back, that's one thing I would say I do regret.
But there is another option. One Sarah Wasson discovered after her own abortion years ago.
Abortion is an end. That's it.
She's moving forward, sharing her story of life, the other choice of adoption.
So what options do women have when it comes to adoption in our state? We're taking a closer look at that in our next report tomorrow on the Night Beat. Brittany Costello, 4 Investigates.